Welcome, race fans. We are back tonight with the NORA Truck Series here at Sonoma. Going to be a great race here. They're going to be doing 75 laps. It's going to be a marathon race for them. We'll see who can hang in there the longest. Man, it's going to be a long race for these guys. So right now, John Cottle, top of the leaderboard. So, man, I'd say he's got some practice in it. Wouldn't you say that, Dwayne?
I would say so.
All right, let's take a look at the race analytics coming into tonight. We do have about a 13 or 14 mile an hour wind, 15 mile an hour now out of the east, so that could be a problem. I'm not sure. Let's see. Air temperature 85 degrees, track temperature 116 degrees. That's hot. 75 laps are doing here, and that's 149 miles. Tire window probably 25 to 30 laps. Same with fuel. Because they will be stopping here for a couple of times. For the first stage is lap 20, second stage is lap 45. So that, you know, they're going to be changing them anyhow. So pit road speed 45 miles an hour. Well, there's been a little bit of a change in the points here. Interesting though. Josh Conover still hanging on to the point lead, but Brian Jones did close the gap a little tiny bit on him, probably about 8 points or so. He is down to 44 points behind Josh now. Terrell Baker goes into third. He is 152 behind, and I have not seen Terrell in there tonight. Jason Conover dropped to fourth place. He is 170 back. Brady Moats in fifth. He's 177 back. Christopher Heights in sixth. He is 183 behind. Jacob Gladulik in seventh. He is 199 back. Timothy Harper in 8th, 200 behind. Brian Powell in 9th. He is 206 back. And Chris Gala still hanging on to the top 10 here. 213 points behind the leader, Josh Conover. Dwayne?
11th place, Chris James, 247 back. Sam Lerar in 12th, up one position from last week. He is 250 back. Todd Schneider down one spot, 13th, 256 back. Jeffrey Mayers in 14th, 288 back. Nick Gillis in 15th, 292 back. James Donahue in 16th, 308 back. Carson Abu in 17th, he is 315 back. Patrick Clapp in 18th, 339 back. Austin Collins in 19th, 370 back. And Scott Brown rounding out the top 20. He is 375 behind the leader.
And some of these guys that started the season, we haven't seen them in, gosh, quite a few races. So maybe we'll see them back. I don't know. All right. Well, you want to give us a ride around Sonoma once or no?
Yeah, just make sure you got your air sick bag because we're going to go uphill, downhill, and all around.
Oh, I know it.
So we'll get through here now. So here tonight, and you got to watch out that hill. Let's hope I don't get hit.
Yeah.
Good, I did not.
Oh,
and
man.
this truck, I got to tell you, it's very loose. These guys are going to have their hands full tonight. In first and second gear, the rear end does like to try to step out on you, so they got to be mindful of that. You're going to spend most of your time around here in second and third gear. You get to fourth gear. I'll let Timothy go by here. You get to third throughout most of the course. You get to fourth on the long straight. But outside of that, second and third are going to be the gears mostly used here. And this here is the fastest corner, so you got to watch your braking for this corner. It's the most dangerous. And then we're going to see a lot of anger, aggression, spin outs, and passes made here in turn 11.
Oh, I'll bet. I'll bet.
Some guys will go down to first gear here. Some guys will keep it in second. So you got to be up to speed when you come to the start-finish line. Set yourself up for turn 1. You're on the brakes here, down to second gear. See how loose it can get.
Oh my.
Up to third gear. Now this corner is one of the hardest. It's a blind corner. Some guy's having trouble in front of you. You won't know it till it's too late. You're on the brakes here. Down to second. Up to third briefly on the brakes. Down to second. Watch for the spinning truck in front of you. Down through the S's here. And you can carry a lot of speed, but carry too much and you go off track. So you got to be mindful of your throttle down through these S's. This is the fastest part of the track right here. Back on the throttle as soon as you can. Slow down.
Whoa, man.
Yes, sir. That's how loose this thing can get. And there is a lap around Sonoma, ladies and gentlemen.
And they are going to do 75 of them? Oh, my gosh.
Yes, sir.
I feel bad for them.
This, you're not really racing the truck in front of you. You're racing the track. Your goal here tonight is to just be consistent. Hit your marks. Let the guy in front and behind.
All right, well, folks, we're going to step away for the national anthem. We'll be right back, so don't go anywhere.
Info.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. To say, stand of the brave, the U.S.
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxspeedTV.
All right, we're back, folks. Nobody's turned in a time yet. They're just coming around to take the green here in just a minute. They do have 10 minutes of qualifying, so we'll see if Cottle can put it on the pole after having such a huge advantage there in practice. Man, he really put it out there. Now they can't run off the track. They can't hit a wall. Nothing, because it'll nullify their qualifying effort.
Yeah, you've got 12 corners here and lots of chances to ruin a good lap. Yeah, no one's turned in a time as of yet. Oh, there we get the Sam Lerar brings in the first time with a 1:26.16. How about Nick Robinson, a 1:17.7, Rudy?
Very nice. Yeah, he was the one that was closest to John Cottle there when they were practicing. Josh Conover goes to second. Brady Moats third.
See what Cottle's first lap is. He off-coursed. His first lap did not register.
Ah, man. Hey, you don't want to start back there because, boy, you're going to have to work really hard to get to the front.
Yeah, track position here is king. It is very hard to pass here. You're going to have to hope the guy in front of you makes a mistake, or you're going to have to try to really outbrake him in the last turn 11 there.
Right.
There's very few points where you can make a clean pass here. And these guys are going to have their work cut out for them if they start further in the back. Not saying it can't be done. It's just going to take a while. Cottle is slipping and sliding as he tries to get around here and get a fast time in. He's being held up right now a little bit by Timothy Harper. He goes to make the pass to the inside and slides it through the corner. That's going to pretty much nullify that run. He's 4.5 minutes. It takes about a minute and a half to get around this place. So he's on his out lap right now. So when he gets to the line, he's going to have to start over. And right now, with it being a live qualifying session, he's got Jacob Gladulik in front of him here. And he'd really like to have no trucks around him right now, but he doesn't have a choice in that because time's running out for him to get a lap in. He's going to have to hope that Gladulik just lets him go. And he's going to take the access road here. That forces him to slow down. He won't get one, as long as he slows down, he won't get a black flag penalty. And now that it's gone, he can pretty much go all out here. He has no one in front of him. His hope right now is that nobody comes off of pit road in front of him. Yeah, it looks like he's going to have clear sailing. So now, with the 3 minutes, 20 seconds left, we'll see what kind of time he can lay down. The 1:18.418. And how about Brian Jones, Rudy? 1:18.666.
Yeah, third on the board.
Yes, sir.
Very nice.
I think I'd go out and run just one more lap just to try to get a little bit faster. So
Well, he's
I don't have that 666 on the board.
he's about a tenth quicker than Josh Conover, and those two are battling for the points up there. So yeah, I don't, we'll have to see how that all works out. But he's 44 points behind Conover right now in the points. He closed up about 8 points last week. Thing of it is boy, gonna be a long race for these guys tonight.
Cottle, first lap, 1:17.664. Only good enough for second, but he's done.
Yep, man.
James Donahue right now the only truck not to put in a qualifying time. He made 2 attempts, but went off track both times. So I think he's just going to be reserved to start last on the field.
Yep. Yeah, small field here tonight, folks. 14 drivers. Probably a lot of it's due to, the track, I'm sure. A lot of guys don't like road courses, but you know how that goes.
Oh, yeah.
Just, part of it, hey, you try to put something different in the, and I'm sure Josh probably thought about, hey, we got to throw something different in there for the points, So, and some guys don't like road courses. I don't know. Some guys are good at them, some guys are not.
Oh, I love road course racing myself. It just changes up the monotony a little bit, but
Sure.
it makes it more challenging, and this is one of the more challenging road courses because a lot of road courses you go to, they're flat. They got a lot of
Right.
left and right turns, but they're flat. Here, it's true road course racing. You've got
Yep.
uphill, downhill, bank corners, flat corners, and it can definitely be very challenging, especially on the that turn 4 is really one of the hardest corners because it's that blind uphill into a left-hand turn, and if something happens in front of you, like I was saying earlier, you have really little to no time to react. Plus, you're coming over that hill, you don't know, are they off to the right, are they in the middle of the track? You'll see the yellow
Right.
flag, but you have no idea where they are till you get to the top of that hill.
Well, we're looking for lap 20 and then for stage 1 and then lap 45 for stage 2. We'll be looking for them here to see who's going to get the stage points. Going to be very valuable points put out there for the stages. So maybe, you never know, maybe Brian Jones could clean up on a couple of them stage points and close that gap up even further on Josh Conover. But Conover's been really good on getting bonus points. Oh, man. End over end. Whoa, airborne.
Yeah, these guys are having fun, that's for sure.
Yep. All right. Oh, he's caught in a fence. Glad you looked. That's a toe to pit road. don't think you're going to get off that, Jacob.
No.
Oh, I like Cottle's truck, man. That thing is sharp. That is sharp. Well, it should be switching to race here anytime now. Anytime
Yeah,
now
about
they're
10
iRacing.
About 7 seconds left in the
Yep.
session. And that will do it for qualifying.
All right. Here we go. We get them on the grid. All right, Nick Robinson grabbing the pole, the 1 minute, 17.495 seconds. Awesome lap, man. That was great. Congratulations to Nick. John Cottle will start on the outside of the front row in second. In row number 2, Brady Moat starting third, Brian Jones fourth. In row 3, Josh Conover fifth, Nick Gillis will start sixth. Row number 4, Sam Lear starts seventh, Chris Heights eighth. Row 5, Jacob Gladulik 9th, and Timothy Harper 10th. Dwayne?
Chris Scala is going to be on the left-hand side for row 6, right-hand side for Todd Schneider in 12th. Row 7 is going to be Carson Abu starting 13th. James Donahue rounding out the field in 14th position.
Yeah, he did not take a qualifying time, but I guess at
He
this
did
point
make the attempt, though.
Yeah, guess it doesn't really
Yeah.
matter now.
Yeah, you don't have to have a time as long as you make the attempt. Those are the league rules, so
Right.
he should be fine.
Well,
Right
yeah,
now, waiting for Chris Scala to join.
Yeah, Nick was really close there on beating John Cottle at practice, really close. But what, boy, he come out swinging in qualifying.
Yes, he did.
Jacob Gladulik and Chris Scala not joining. Oh, there go. No, guess not. Not seeing either of them joining.
Looks like Jacob's out there. Looks like I'm only showing one car not in the group, and that's Chris Scala.
Mine don't do that. Here we go.
So Chris Scala did miss the start of the race. Right now, I'm showing 13 drivers. Now, an interesting note at this track, and I don't know if we're going to have full course cautions here other than the stages, but pit road speed's 45 mile an hour, but the pace speed itself for the behind the pace car is 60. So that's something to keep in mind here. Now, Chris Scala did join the race. He will start from pit road.
Yep. That's really not a big deal.
No, not at this track.
No, he just didn't have to go all the way around like they are.
Right?
He can join at the back of the field. I'm sure there's going to be guys off track, and then we got the stage cautions and everything. That'll catch them back up. So
Yeah, and we'll try to keep track of that for you here as best we can, folks. It's a road course. They're going to get spread out. We don't have eyes everywhere, unfortunately, but we'll try.
Right.
And remember, these guys have a 48 incident limit for this track. If they get 48 incidents, they're going to get disqualified. If they get 24, then they have to come down and do a stop and go.
Here they go.
All right, here we go. Pace car is off. We are ready to turn right and left in the trucks tonight. All right, they're going to bring him to the line.
Green flag, green
Green
flag.
is in the air. We are underway from Sonoma Raceway. And as they head up into turn 2 for the first time, everybody seems to get through a little cleanly. Whoa, little bit of a wiggle there by Sam Lirard, but everybody gets through it. Up through turn 4, everybody looking good so far. And look at this, Chris Scala has joined the tail end of the field. He's only a second or so behind James Donahue.
Yep, he's all right. He's in a good place right now.
Down through the S's, Nick Robinson will lead them for the first time tonight. Fastest part of the track here. Watch for cars going off track here in turn 10. And now we come to the treacherous hairpin turn of turn 11. Cottle content to stay behind Robinson right now, not looking to make a pass just yet. And Robinson will lead the first lap. Everybody gets through that first lap cleanly. Good job.
Yeah, that was excellent. Brian Jones running in fourth. He needs to get up there. He wants to get up there and lead a lap. The most important thing that he can do right now is just try to stay ahead of Josh Conover. Conover right on his tail, though. He is not going to let him get away from him.
Oh, little bump from Cottle and Nick Robinson there. Nick went a little wide into turn 7, and Cottle gave him a bump to say, hey, you do that again, it's not going to end well.
Yeah, you see that wall over there? You see that fence right there? Yeah.
Now Cottle has a little bit of nose damage, and Robinson a little bit of rear end damage from that.
It must have been a lot harder hit than I thought it was. Holy smoke.
Yeah. Now look at Cottle's spoiler, or Nick Robinson's spoiler there. See how much damage he's gotten.
Trying to see if he's, next. Oh my, I guess so. Holy smoke. Oh, wow. Well, let's see if we can get a shot of Cottle's front end here.
Yeah, it's flat.
Yeah, it's flat. So you really
these trucks normally are not that flat.
Yeah. Wow.
Now,
all right, Brady Moot. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that back to that incident limit. You know, if you get your tires off in the grass, Rudy, or off in the gravel here, that's a 1X. You can only do that 48 times. You can only get you can only make 48 mistakes if that's the only mistakes you make, and then you're parking it. So these guys have got to be really careful and not overdrive it into the corners here.
Well, I'll tell you, Cottle is all over the back of Nick's truck there. Oh my gosh. Look at him. Oh man, he's about to make contact again on him.
Almost.
Golly. Man.
James Donahue goes out through turn 10 gravel, but gets it back on track. He keeps it going.
Trying to keep an eye on these two up in the front right here, Nick and John. Man, they are really battling hard here. Cottle would just love to get up there and lead a lap. I know he would. Thing it is, if you can get by a driver like this, chances are you're probably going to keep, you're probably going to keep that position.
Yeah, it's so hard to pass here.
Right. Brady Moat's having a great race here tonight.
Cottle still all over the back bumper of Robinson as these two start to pull away from the rest of the field. Now a 2-second lead over Moats. And
Yeah,
Cottle
Brady-
looks to the inside. Here we
Yep,
go.
there
Battle
he
for the
goes.
lead.
Wow,
He'll
man,
get
he drove it
dry.
in there. Oh, they're gonna.
And Robinson going
Oh,
to try to
man.
cross over and gets closed off.
Wow,
I don't
just
think
the
he's
move.
Yeah, I don't think he's too happy with Cottle right now. He's right on his bumper. He's going to let him know it here.
Yep. Well,
There he
had a
goes,
good-
looking to the
yeah, there he
inside.
goes.
Side by
Cottle.
side through turn 2, going to 3.
Cottle got what he wanted. He wanted to lead a lap and get a bonus point, but Robinson wants to lead back, I think. I don't know
Yes,
if
he
Cottle's
does.
going to give it to him or not. Hey, he's going to make him work for it, He's going to have to earn it.
And the question is, how much patience does Nick Robinson have?
Yeah.
Because he got bumped a couple times by Cottle in those first few laps.
Yep.
I'm sure if he can get back there, he's going to return the favor. Oh,
Yep.
Jacob Gladulek out of shape coming off a 4. He gets it corrected, and
Man.
we stay green.
How about Brady Moats closed the gap up on them guys? He's only a second behind them now. They were
Yeah,
racing pretty hard right there.
Yeah, as they lap Carson Abu.
Yep. He goes a lap
Carson's been into some trouble here. Look at the front end of his truck.
down. Oh yeah. Yep. Oh, wow.
That has tire barrier written all over it.
Yep. Well, Cottle is putting some distance on Nick Robinson now. 4/10 back to Nick. I don't know if Nick can close that gap up. If he drives it in deep in the corner, he may be able to do it, but does he really need to do that at this point? I mean, he's led 3 laps already.
Yeah, at this point, I would say no. I mean, we're only 6 laps in. You've got 6 sets of tires, plus the stage caution at 20, lap 20,
Right.
lap 45. I think he's just content to follow right now, and he wants to pressure Cottle, try to make Cottle make a mistake, maybe go off track, get him mirror driving there. But, he doesn't really have to force the issue unless he just wants to. Neither one of these two drivers are in it for points. They're just here for the win tonight.
Yep. Well, Conover putting the pressure on Brian Jones. He's staying right with him. His goal tonight is at least just to try to finish ahead of Brian Jones. I think that's his goal.
Well, even if he just finishes right there where he's at, he's still only going to lose 1 point.
Yeah.
So I think that's the goal, is just stick to him and get through this race.
Wow, a little loose there in the hairpin.
Yeah, and the lower gear you go, the looser it gets. Guys going down to first gear, very easy to spin out right there.
Yep. Well, them two are battling. That's about the closest battle that I can find on the track is between Josh Conover and Brian Jones, which Josh did get by Brian now.
Ooh, Timothy Harper spins it through the S's. He gets it going, though.
Otto keeps saying Nick's like that thing that won't go away,
Yep.
It's like you
He's
keep
trying.
shooing that fly away and he keeps coming back. And Nick's there. He's there, man. He's not gonna leave him.
And look how hard Cottle's driving it through the S's,
I know
trying
it.
to get some distance.
I know it. He is really barreling down on it right now.
But all it takes is right there for him to come
Yep.
back on him.
Yes, sir.
You work that whole lap to get that half a second gap, and then it all goes away in turn 11.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
And that's really, I think, should be Robinson's goal right now. Don't overdrive the truck, but at the same time, try to keep Cottle mirror driving, keep him frustrated with not being able to
Sure.
get away. If you can do that, he'll eventually make a mistake.
Oh yeah, you bet.
There it is, right there, off in the grass.
Mm-hmm. That's what mirror driving will do to you, and
Yes.
driving it really hard. So let's go back and
Right
check
now-
on Chris Scala back here. Chris is
Sure.
up to 10th. See, I'm not even showing any data on him, but anyhow, he is up to 10th. After starting on
Started
pit
last
road.
on the field. Yep,
Yeah.
started on pit road, 14th position. He is scored one lap down. Or no, I'm sorry, I was looking at Timothy
No.
Harper.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Scala's still on the lead lap.
No, Carson Abu's the only one that's a lap down.
Yeah, and Todd Schneider just went off the track in turn 2. Didn't hit anything. He gets it recollected. He's down and away. And Josh Conover has gotten by Brian Jones, Rudy.
Yeah, they did that a while ago. Remember I said that?
And, yep,
Did you forget?
I did.
Oh,
A lot to
okay.
keep track of here.
I know it. I know it. That's what's so cool about road courses. There's a lot to pay attention to. And
Carson Abu goes around again, and he's about to go 2 laps down.
And you said it the best. You know, you can't be everywhere at once with the camera.
No. Battle for the lead heating up right now as Robinson is there. He's really putting the pressure on Cottle right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably saying to Cottle, remember that buckled in tailgate you gave me? Well, be careful what you wish for right now, John. You just might get a payback for that one. I always liked this track. I was never really that great at it, but it is cool. And what
It is definitely a fun track.
Yeah, it's what makes it so difficult, and you were talking about it there before the race, is that the elevation changes in it. You know, when you go up the hill up on top after, like these guys are doing right here, John Cottle, he's going to go up the hill. There's many elevation changes in there, and there is some blind spots like you were talking about, and it really makes it difficult for a driver. You've got to really know where that track is because you don't want to run off of it.
Right, and Cottle gets loose coming off of 2. Side by side as they go into 3. He's going to keep him there. Oh, wow. That's tight racing right there.
Yep.
As they go by Abu, put him 2 laps down.
And
I tell you what, Cottle makes too many more mistakes like that. He's going to find himself way back in the pack.
And Brady Moat's watching all this. He's saying, yeah, you guys just keep tearing it up and I'll pass you up.
And that has allowed Moats to get caught up to him because he's now in this picture.
Yes. And I'm sure them guys are paying attention to that because, you know, they had pulled quite a ways away from Brady, and now he's knocking on the door.
Well, I'm sure Brady Moats is hoping that these 2 guys start roughing each other up because neither one of them in front of him are for points, and he would love to have the win.
Yep. Yeah, Brady comes into tonight 5th in the points. Boy, that would be a big shot in the arm if he could pull out even a stage win at this point, you know? Yep. I mean, if he stays where he's at now, that's going to be 3rd in the stage. That'd be some good points.
Put Timothy Harper now 1 lap down as the top 3 go by.
Yes, sir. So then they'll be looking for Todd Snyder next.
Yeah, and
he's about 20 seconds ahead of them.
Yeah, he's going through the S's right now, and they're just now getting to the S's, so not too far ahead of them.
I figured there'd be quite a few guys that are going to go lap down. All right, back here, Jacob Gladulek. Started 9th, still running in 9th. A lot of guys really haven't changed position too awful much. Chris Heights, 8th. Tim Lear, 7th. Nick Geilis, 6th. Brian Jones has dropped 1 position, though. He is back in 5th. Josh Conover picked up 1 position.
Cottle spins out.
Oh.
In turn 11, he slid the truck, saves it, but he has lost the lead big time. Robinson goes by, and he's pulled away.
Let's go look. Got to check this out. Wow, he is really sliding it into that final corner. Here he comes. Yeah, he's going to. Oh, my, yes. Oh, He tried drifting around that corner. Not going to work, John. Wow,
No.
good job, though.
Not
Man.
on 12 lap tires, and
No,
right now
sir.
he's just got to try to regroup because that's allowed Robinson to get almost a 2-second lead over him here.
Yeah.
So he's just got to try to regroup, not worry about anybody behind him, even though Moats
Right.
is all over his bumper right now, and just focus on hitting his marks.
Yeah, he's got to get them tires cooled off because they are really angry at him right now.
Yes,
They do
they
not
are.
like that sliding stuff at all.
And you see Robinson there coming through turn 10, the fast corner. We call it the fast corner because you're 110 mile an hour coming through there, all the way down to 35 mile an hour through the hairpin.
Wow, Cottle looked like he drove it in there so deep the truck was like actually sliding.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, he's trying to force too much right now. He needs to just take a breath, try to, just at this point, worry about the stage end. You've got 7 laps to the end of the stage. Just try to focus on hitting your marks now so you don't lose any more positions. And Chris Scala going off track through the S's there, spins it. Oh, that was right in front of James Donahue, but he gets by. No contact, no foul. He keeps going.
Yeah, I'm riding with Brady Moats here. And
Another mistake by John Cottle.
Man. Wow,
That's
what's
gonna put it back
John
further.
doing? What's he trying to read the newspaper while he's racing or what?
He's overdriving it, Rudy. He's
He's gosh.
upset because he lost the lead the way he did and just overdriving it and really hasn't allowed his tires a chance to cool down. You see him
Yep.
sliding there through 10. He's going to have to regroup and try to refocus himself.
Man, I'll tell you what, Brady Moats did an excellent job of passing him. He took a full advantage of that and got by him. Well, he's going to fall back into the hands here of Josh Conover in a few minutes if John's not careful.
And part of the problem that Cottle has right now, he's slid the tires many times, and he's now on 14-lap old tires, so the grip in them is pretty much gone.
Right.
And that's why you see everybody pulling away from him or gaining ground on him. He's driven that thing really hard since the drop of the green, and you just can't do that here. You have to manage your tires among, other than hitting your marks and everything.
I got a question for you. How good of a guy do you think it would take to be a drifter? That you could come in here and drift around these corners. You think you could run well and beat these guys?
Not in the trucks.
No. Okay.
Not in the trucks. If it was a car like, say, a BMW or something like that, or the Mercedes, or the Porsche even, sure. The Miata even, you could probably drift it. I don't think you could sustain that for a long term because your tires are definitely going to give out, but you could do it a lap or two.
Oh, sure, yeah. Well, Brady Moats has put some distance on John Cottle. Now Cottle, boy, he's got company. Conover is there.
And Abu goes off course again. That'll put him 3 laps down now. As they come up on Todd Schneider. And Schneider looks like he's going to pull over and let the leader go. Good move right there.
Yep. Oh, man. He took it down on the apron there a little bit.
Yeah, he was trying to stay out of Moats' way, but Moats caught him right in the middle of the corner, had to go out real wide, and that allowed Robinson to gain a lot more ground.
Well, Dwayne, I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to see a pass here in the very near future. I think Josh Conover's got enough. He's saved enough of his tires. Oh, wow, look at this.
Almost 3 wide through the S's.
Yeah, I think Conover thought about it for a second there, and he thought, no, this track's not for 3 wide.
And you see Cottle, he's still driving hard. He's still mirror driving. and not saving his tires at all. And that's
Yeah.
part of why Conover has that run on him like that. We'll see, but remember, one of the keys to this at the beginning in the pre-race, hit your marks, don't make mistakes. And right now, Cottle's overdriving the truck and making several mistakes because of it, and that's put him in this position.
Yeah, that is the only real battle on the track right at the moment here between those two. Everybody else is so spread out. Next one to go a lap down is going to be Chris Scala here, and he is not far from that. Nick is actually coming up behind him.
Yeah, and Scala, he's done a great job. He's only gone off track a couple times, but they've been big ones. He hasn't hit anything, but
Right.
that's why he's so far behind right now.
Yeah, he wants to stay on the lead lap. You know, that way, when the stage caution does come out, he'll still be on the lead lap, and he'll have to go all the way around the track and get caught up. Wow, that's the hard part about this. You know, you gotta once the caution comes out and you're about to go a lap down, you got to go all the way around. They're all on pit road and off pit road before you ever even get to pit road.
Right.
That's the hard part about it. But at least you can come out and get caught back up, and I think that's what Chris is really hoping for right now. He really wants to stay on the lead lap here. We got 3 laps to go.
Conover just got by Cottle.
Oh, yeah. Figured it was going to happen.
Yeah, Cottle got really loose coming out of turn 11, and that allowed Conover to just drive right by him.
Well, that little bit of damage that Cottle got there when he rear-ended Nick Robinson, do you think maybe that could be playing a little role in the tire wear on that truck right now?
Absolutely. If you look, I mean, if you take a side view, Rudy, I don't know if you have a camera angle to look straight at the side of the truck there, but
I do.
The front end is smashed in, the right front fender and hood is curled up. So not only is that affecting, and if you look right behind him, just switch back between John Cottle and Brian Jones. They're both running Toyota Tundras. You know, you can tell the difference in the front ends there. That's definitely hurting him as well. He needs to come in. When he comes in, he needs to sit there and get that fixed if he wants to have a shot at winning this. Yeah,
that looks pretty bad. It really does.
And he almost spun out in front of Brian Jones there through 11.
Oh, man. Yeah, Brian's licking his chops right now. He knows he can get by Cottle. He can get by him. They only got 2 laps to go here before the stage caution, so he can. I think he's going to be able to get by him. He's just got to find the right place. Because you know Cottle's not going to just say, here, I'll pull over and you can get by.
Right. And Chris Scala is looking in his mirror hoping that Nick Robinson takes it easy on this last couple laps here to keep him on the lead lap. Because either way, he's going to have to come around, but you'd rather do that, you know, ahead of the leader so you still can stay at full speed and not have to wait for them to come around one more time. He's right now. Go ahead, sorry.
Coming to take lap 19.
Yeah, we'll see the white flag out this time for stage 1. Scala trying to keep the leader behind him. They're side by side. Yep, not going to be able to do it.
Oh, man.
It's a drag race. It's a drag race. He stays in front for now, but white flag is in the air. And I think Robinson's a little unhappy with Scala driving him so hard, but hey, that's his right. He can fight as hard as he needs to try to stay on the lead lap.
Yes, sir. He is trying really hard. Now Brady Moats may be able to figure out a way to get around Chris too. I mean,
and I don't think Scala's going to run Moats as hard because he's second place. He's just going to let him go here and be the wave around. Now they are coming up on James Donahue just ahead of the leader, so he's going to want to stay with these guys in case they do get by him.
Yes,
but
sir.
I don't think they're going to.
All right,
John
well,
Cottle
this is it.
still has a mirror full of Brian Jones.
Man, I'll tell you what, Nick is just driving the wheels off of that thing right now.
Yeah, here he comes out
Yellow
of
flag is
turn
down.
11 for the final time. And he will hang on to the position. Nick Robinson, stage 1 winner.
Very nice. Nicely done. Very nicely done, man. That was awesome. What a professional driver that turned out to be, man. That was a lot more professional than I even thought, you know. Great job.
And James Donahue will be able to come all the way around the track and stay on the lead lap. And Chris Scala will be the wave around.
Yes, sir. Nick Robinson, you got a copy?
Got you loud and clear.
Wow, what a race there between you and John Cottle, man. That was some great racing. But you had saved your tires a little bit. Looked like he might have wore his out, and you took over the lead again. You win stage 1. How good's that feel?
Feels good. The truck's a little tight, hoping to try and somehow get it loosened up throughout a run without losing rear grip. But yeah, truck felt great. John was pretty aggressive at the start. I had a game plan to try and just ride and, you know, chill back and let the carnage ensue. There ain't been no carnage though, and John, I mean, I think he just got a little, you know, throttle happy off the corner. It looked like his truck got a little loose throughout the run, and I noticed that Brady was extremely fast there at the end of the run. He would have had me had we had to run another couple of laps. So,
Right.
But yeah, it's been a fun race.
Very good, man. Well, I hope you enjoy that stage 1 win. You're going after stage 2 now, right?
Always, that's the plan.
Yes, sir. Well, you got a little damage in the back there where you and John made contact, but hopefully you can get that fixed up. So good luck in stage 2.
Thank you.
All right, so they all come down pit road here. Yeah, very good that he won stage 1. Wow, Nick's going to be out first. Brady Moat second. And Conover third. Oh.
No surprise here. These guys all going to take 4 tires.
Yeah.
You know, they've got 6 sets. I doubt they use them all. Probably the only time you're going to see these guys on pit road is going to be the stages.
Right. Well, so far, Nick has led the most laps. Now, Cottle did lead 7 laps. So, but right now, Nick Robinson has led 13.
And look at the rear end. He was able to get some of that damage fixed.
Yeah.
Robinson was.
Well, usually, if it's really minor, it's just long enough when you're on pit road that they will fix a spoiler. I've noticed that, front or back, you know. But as far as the tailgate and stuff like that, no, that takes time, you know. But the spoilers usually they fix. So I see it's just got a tiny crinkle on it now. That's good. That's good, man.
Yeah. Cottle still has some damage he needs to get fixed, but iRacing might say he doesn't have any. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah. Oh, what are they doing? They're cutting the course.
This is the choose cone rule.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yep. I'm sorry. My bad. Yep. I forgot about that. They still got to go around and catch up to the pace car. I think they just did, didn't they?
They did, yeah.
Yeah.
one thing we'll have to keep an eye on, especially for some of these guys in the back, if they start coming down pit road under green, probably off track incident, too many,
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Oh
Hang
God,
on,
man.
we're not going green. Not going green.
Yeah, they waved off the green here to get everybody caught up because everybody's not caught up right now.
no.
And James Donahue and Todd Snyder way back off the field. Usually does take a couple of laps for everybody to get caught up here. So probably in a race like this here, it really doesn't pay to have the short cautions. You know how they
Right.
can do that?
Right.
Because on a road course like this, man, it's 1.9 miles around that place. It's a long ways to go. You're slowing down, speeding up to get caught up to the field. That pace car's not slowing up 1 mile an hour.
Yeah, it looks like we still have 3 trucks trying to get caught up. Timothy Harper, Carson Abu,
Yeah.
and James Donahue. So they're coming down. They should have plenty of time to get caught up by the time the pace car gets back around.
Right.
And the admins are allowing the course cutting for these guys so they can get caught up. They'll remove any black flags that iRacing hands out because of it.
Very good. Very good. Well, folks, if you're just joining us tonight, give us a thumbs up on the video and please subscribe if it's your first time here on MaxspeedTV. We'd appreciate that very much.
Yeah, they're getting caught up now. Timothy Harper and James Donahue now coming up on the back end of the field. And it looks like it will be a single file restart.
Oh, okay. I wonder why. Yeah, I wonder why they did that. No?
Well, maybe not. We'll see.
No, maybe not. I don't know. Brady Moats trying to get up beside him. No, it's a double file.
Oh, they're doubling up now. Okay, they were just staying single file till turn
Yeah.
11.
Yep, they get through the messes.
All right, here we go. Pace car is off. Robinson goes from the outside line. He'll be lined up for the inside for turn 1. Green is
Green,
out.
green.
We're back underway for stage 2.
Wow, great start by these guys in the front. Conover right on the loud pedal. Perfect timing. Caudle to the out or inside. Well, whatever. Oh, Brian Jones off the
but
track.
Jones off track. And he's
Oh
going to
my
lose
gosh.
a ton of positions.
Oh, those are positions you can't hardly make up.
He is now last on the lead
Oh.
lap cars all the way back to 10th, Rudy.
Oh, man, that hurt. That hurt big time. And there wasn't no contact. He just drove it into turn 1 a little bit too hard.
Yeah, simple mistakes, driver error, and that's how much it cost you in one turn.
You bet, man. I'll tell you what, Brady Moats is not letting Nick get away. He's doing an outstanding job here. Conover wants that position, but Brady Moats says, no, it's mine for right now. You're going to have to work to get by me. And he may have just done it, too, because he looks to the inside of Brady Moats.
Outbreaks
Conover-
him into 11.
Yes, he does. And Brady doesn't fight him. He just lets him go.
Yeah, well, Moats has been better on the long run, I've noticed. He's
Yeah.
going to let these guys go, let them burn up their stuff, as Conover tries to battle for the lead, but is not set up to make the pass through 1.
Yeah. Yeah, to me, that did not look good. You know, when he was trying to make that run, I'm glad he backed out because it wasn't setting up good. There's an
Yeah,
actual
no.
setup you need to do on a truck like that to make that pass complete, and he was not set up for that. You got to really get some good grip and have that front end on the inside of that truck when you're trying to get by him. Oh, contact there.
Yes, sir.
Nick's gonna think he's a punching bag out there by the end of the night, man. Everybody wants to beat the back of that truck in. He just got it fixed, guys.
Right?
Pretty much. Got a little tiny dent in it, but okay, here goes Conover again. He's looking to the inside, and he's got it. Nick's not even going to fight him.
Look at Cottle throwing it in deep.
Oh, yeah. Conover leads his
Bonus
first
point.
lap.
And he'll be the first driver to get a bonus point tonight.
Yeah, really. Yeah, technically. Yeah, the other ones are not in there for points. Nick Robinson and John Cottle. Cottle's sitting there going, okay, now Josh went by Nick Robinson, why can't I? But here's the problem with that. He can get by him, but it seems like John burns up his tires to try to stay there, and eventually Nick gets back around him. At least that's what I'm seeing. Is that what you're seeing?
That's what I'm seeing. And Brian Jones really hasn't been able to recover. He's gotten by James Donahue, but
Yeah.
he's almost, he's closing in on Gladulic right now,
Right.
but he really has not been able to rebound yet. We'll see if he can get by him here going into 11. We got one car off the track. Truck. That was Chris Hines. He does recover, but he's lost some ground to the leaders. And Josh Conover stretching it out a little bit here, but Nick Robinson far from giving up. James Donahue goes wide off of turn 2, doesn't hit anything, he continues on.
And who's that coming in pit road there? Carson Abu, he's coming in. He is 4 laps down. Just this track just not liking him very much right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a penalty or not. We'll have to wait and see how much time he spends on pit road.
And Nick Gillis now into 5th place, and Sam Lear in 6th. Chris Height 7th. Brian Jones 8th. Gladulic 9th, and James Donahue now rounds out the top 10. Donahue started 14th, but he finds himself in 10th place right now, Dwayne. That's good.
Yes, sir. And Carson has taken his truck behind the wall.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Huh. Wow. I'll tell you what, Josh Conover looks very fast. Very fast.
Yeah, and all he's really got to do is just tear off that rear view mirror and focus on hitting his marks.
Yep, that's right. And quit hitting cones.
Right.
Kidding.
I think he's trying to be the cone man of this league.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep.
I tell you what, he's been really smooth through the corners. One thing I've noticed, you know, you've seen a lot of guys get loose coming out of the corners, and I just haven't seen that as much from Conover. He's been really smooth through the transitions here, and that's part of the reason why he's able to keep it out front. As Cottle goes off into the gravel, keeps it straight, but now he's got a mirror full of Brady Moats. A lot of action up here in the top four.
Yeah, these guys have got to be extra careful with that. You don't want to run off the track too much, because remember, they do have an incident limit, and every time you run off the track, that's 1, sometimes even 2x, depending on how hard you get. Now, if you could like get both wheels off the track, you could get a 2x out of it, maybe possibly even a 3. But
oh, and battle for the lead. Robinson gets right back by him.
Wow, he drove it in there pretty deep too. There was nothing Conover could do.
No, and Robinson was just saying, hey, I can do that too.
Yep. Yeah, he's got 16 laps led. Conover's got 4. And I think Josh he's happy with what he's got right now. I mean, he's got some bonus points. He is leading Brian Jones, and Brian is way back. Where is he at? 7th place right now.
Yeah, he's climbed back up to 7th. He's closing in on Sam Lerar, but I think Jones is waiting for the end of this stage so he can get caught back up to the rest of them.
Yeah. I think what he did at the beginning there, he was trying to push it too hard on cold tires.
Yeah. And I mean, he was running 5th when he made that move, so he's only got 2 positions. He's only got Sam Lerar and Nick Gillis to get back to where he was, but he'd like to be a lot closer to that front 4. Schneider in for an unscheduled pit stop.
So back up front, Nick Robinson pulling away from Conover now by 3/4 of a second.
Yeah, and Nick Robinson really runs well with clean air. He, you know, he's fast in a pack, but give him the clean air, and man, can he pull away.
That is a fact.
Man, I'm watching Cottle here go around the corner. He is drifting around this track more than he's driving. That rear end kicks out almost every turn, just about.
I'll tell you, he can stay right with Josh. Now finding a place to pass him is going to be a whole nother story.
Yeah.
He's going to have to drive it deep into 11 there and try to get under him, maybe. I don't know. It'd be about the only place I could see where he's going to have to outbrake him. Oh, here he goes.
Here he goes. He's going to try.
Yep. Oh, man.
There he goes, right by his side.
Yep. There he goes.
He's got to make it stick, though, and does.
Wow. Nice pass by John Cottle. I'm really impressed with Brady Moats, man. He is having an excellent night here tonight.
Yes, he is.
He's hanging right with these guys. I mean, it takes a lot to hang with these guys, you know.
Yeah,
he's doing an excellent job.
These guys are pretty fast. I mean, they're still running. You know, we're 10 laps into the stint, 11 laps into the stint now, and they're still running 1:19 around this place. That's pretty impressive.
Boy, look at that. Look at the pressure Brady Moats is putting on Josh Conover right now. Oh, my gosh. Hey, the thing of it is, you can't let it get to you. Like you said, rip that rearview mirror right off and don't even pay attention to it.
Exactly. That's really what you've got to do
Yeah.
here at this place.
Man.
And Conover
Bottle,
goes
yeah.
really wide through 11,
Yeah.
and that's going to let Moats get by him.
Yep, Brady Moats went by. I think maybe Josh might have figured Brady was just a little bit faster, I think, than Josh right there, and Josh was holding him up.
I'm noticing Conover's really quick on the short run, but
Right.
as the run stretches out, he gets a little slick, gets a little greasy there,
Yep.
and that's not what you want at this track.
Yeah, he lasted about maybe 6 or 8 laps, and then after that, boy, it was over. Everybody started passing him, starting with Nick Robinson, then John Cottle. So he's got to learn how to save them tires, because you're turning right and left. So, you
Yep.
got to save the inside of the tire and the outside of the tire on both front tires. And
Yep.
you got to worry about the back, too. So it's very important. So, but back up front, Nick Robinson, John Cottle, going at it again here.
And Brian Jones has worked himself back up to 6th.
Yeah.
He's only about a second behind, 3.5 seconds behind Nick Geilis right now, trying to get caught up.
Yep. Yeah, he's done really well here. After that big oops at the beginning of this run, man.
Right.
On cold tires, wow. Well, we're looking
and
for
John-
lap 45 for second stage. Go ahead.
John Cottle smacked the inside wall there, coming through the turn 12 to the start finish line. Doesn't look like it hurt him too much, but something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, these trucks are pretty resilient, but again, it goes back to what you were talking about there. On some of these tracks, maybe not. You won't notice it too much on this track, but if you were on like an oval track where you would notice your speed drop off,
Yeah.
by getting that little bit of damage, but here at a road course, you're probably not going to really notice a whole lot, other than you could get some kind of some different and unusual tire wear because of damage like that, depending on if you knock the toe out or something like that, depending on how hard you hit it.
Yeah.
Just things like that you got to kind of watch for, and the damage.
And Cottle is all over Robinson, trying to get in his mirror and get in his head, but I don't think Robinson's really looking back at him right now.
Yeah.
It hasn't seemed to affect him or his line at all. Cottle had to check up to avoid contact. All right, coming to 10 to go in the stage.
Yeah, because he already made kind of, whoa, did you see that? Oh my God.
Yes,
See,
sir.
that's what's costing him them tires right there, because he is drifting way too much in the corners.
Yeah, he's hanging it out there, and just the truck's getting loose on him, and
Yeah.
it's not liking it.
Yep. They never do. They never like them sliding and stuff, because boy, the tires get very upset about that. We're riding along with John Cottle right now. He is all over Nick Robinson. Probably two of the fastest guys out there. Now, I will have to say Conover was probably the fastest on the short run, but I think these guys got him beat on the long run. Oh, wow. Nick closed that door right up on John Cottle. Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
He was like, no, you're not sticking your nose in there to get a run on me underneath. Nope, not going to happen. Up the hill they go. Brady Moats actually putting quite a bit of distance on Josh Conover, too. Wow.
And I've noticed Moats, either by design or just not wanting to burn his stuff up, has allowed the 2 leaders to get ahead of him. He's
Yep.
seeing how hard they're racing. I think he's thinking at some point one of them's going to go around, and he wants to be out of the way. And when that
Yeah.
happens,
That's not a bad idea. I'm all for that right there. Yep. Staying the heck out of the way. Good job. Brian Jones just went into 5th as he got around Nick Gillis, Dwayne. So, man, has he closed that back up. He was clear
Yes,
back
sir.
in, like, what, 11th or something, I think. Wow. Great job by Brian Jones. I guess that's why he's second in the points, huh?
yes, sir.
Good driver. I love this battle for the lead up here. This is awesome. These guys are going to be wore out puppies when this is over. I'm telling you.
Yes, sir.
I mean, they're only halfway. They still got that many to go yet.
Yep.
All right. Looking for 45 for stage 2 win here. And if Nick won stage 1, he's looking to try to maybe win 2. But I think John Cottle might have something different to say about that. He's trying.
He is.
Oh,
Look at this
here we
battle,
go.
and
Yeah.
he gets loose.
Oh,
and
my
that's
gosh.
gonna let Robinson get back by him.
He's got to get over that getting loose stuff. I don't know what he's got to do to do that, but man, he could have had it right there. And this is usually the point where we see Nick starting to fade just a little bit. Just a little bit, not a whole lot.
He won't get a bonus point for it, but he only needs 4 laps to seal up the most laps led here.
Right. Yeah, nobody else will be able to get that point. With him getting the stage 1 win, the guys that are battling for the points didn't get them points.
Exactly.
You know, like Josh Conover, Brian Jones, Terrell Baker, Jason Conover. A lot of these guys aren't even here tonight. Terrell and Jason are not here tonight. Well, it might be a good night for Brady Moats to move up into about maybe 3rd place, maybe.
Yep.
2nd or 3rd, or 3rd or 4th. Man, he is running good tonight.
Yeah,
Golly.
I tell you what, I've been impressed with Brady Moats tonight. He's just been
Yeah.
hanging on to the leaders here, not letting them get away, just running his line, not using up his stuff.
Yeah, he's as fast as they are, and that's all he needs to be. Doesn't need to be any faster. You know, he's as long as he can hang with them, stay right there, and keep ahead of Josh Conover. He's got a 7-second lead over Conover right now. Well, let's see. We got a couple more laps here, and the pits will be closed, right?
Yeah, we're coming. When they get to the line, it will be 5 to go in the stage.
Yeah, and they usually close the pits at what, 2 to go?
2 to go.
Yeah. So about 4 more laps here. 3 laps. They'll close the pits.
I don't know, Rudy. I think being at a road course like this, if I'm Josh Conover, you're 10 seconds off the lead right now.
Right.
If you pit before, with 3 laps to go in the stage, you're not going to go a lap down.
Right.
I would pit with 3 to go. That way, when the caution does come out for the stage, I stay out and I assume the lead.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Be a good way to do it. Yep.
We'll have to wait and see if anybody does that.
That's why they have that rule that you can't pit, inside 2 to go.
Yeah, but 2 laps, you're going to be out there. You pit with 3 to go. You're still going to have to go around 2 laps to the stage,
Right.
but 2 laps on tires here is nothing.
Yeah.
You know, these tires really don't wear out as much as they do other places.
Yep.
So I would definitely risk it. I mean, what have you got to lose?
Right. Well, Cottle kind of backed off a little bit now and kind of giving Robinson a little more breathing room. But 26 laps led here by Nick Robinson tonight.
Yeah, and I believe that will, when he gets back to the line, that will lock it up because Cottle's led 7, Conover's led 4. That's 11 laps.
Yeah.
So I don't think anybody's going to be able to
Yeah, that'd
clinch
be
that.
38.
Here we go for the
Yep.
lead.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Cottle
slams the door.
Oh, this is good stuff right here.
Yes, sir. Cottle's not very happy right now.
No, I wouldn't imagine. But Nick, Nick, he's thinking, don't you dare take me out,
Right?
If they get together. But can Cottle outdrive him? He has been able to do it.
He's gonna try right
He's
here.
going to try, yep. And not going to be able to get there in time. And Robinson closes the door. And he's going to come around and he hangs on to it.
Yes, sir. 5 to go in the stage.
Man. And he just clinches the most laps led right there,
Yes, sir.
if my math is correct.
Your math is spot on.
So nobody's going to get that bonus point.
Nope.
Man. Fast Lane Entertainment. All right. Yeah, good old MaxspeedTV. Been around the longest of any broadcaster out there. That is a fact.
Yes, sir.
The only one that's close is LSR TV. She started, I think it was about 2 months after I did. So MaxspeedTV been out there the longest. 12 years.
Sir.
Let's go back and check on Brian Jones here. Now, he did pick up all those positions after trying to force the issue there on brand new tires and cold tires, and slipped, got out, and boy, let all them people by. Now he's passed them all back.
Yep, he's back up to 5th and closing on Josh Conover.
Yeah. And I think Conover has burnt his tires up completely. Oh boy, this could be an interesting battle right here. This is a battle for 4th. I don't think Conover wants to lose that, but he wants to, at all costs, remember what I said, he wants to finish ahead of Brian Jones, even
Right.
if it's in the stage, because there's stage points involved in that.
James Donahue and Sam Lerar had some off-track excursions through the S's, but they're back on track, keeping it straight and keeping it going.
Yeah, Sam looks like he's been into the wall or something there a couple times. Driver's side on that Skull truck looks pretty beat up. Yeah, he's been into something there.
Yes, sir.
Ooh. Well, Nick put a little distance on John Cottle now, so maybe they'll stay there as they take lap 43. 2 more to go here. Next time around, be a white flag for stage 2, Dwayne.
Yes, sir. Pit road is closed. And there are a lot of drivers out here in this field right now that are looking for those fresh tires.
Yep. Yeah, you know it. I think Cottle's came to the realization there's really not a whole lot he can do right now with Nick. He's just going to have to ride and just finish second. Put your tail between your legs and say, okay, I give,
Yep. all that, and I think he's burned his tires up trying to stay with Robinson.
Yep. I think they all have, to be honest. I think even Nick has too, but Nick seems to be able to handle it very well, though. Look at the distance he just put on John Cottle right there. 2.5 seconds.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
We will check their speeds at the line, but and
Somebody
Todd Schneider on pit road.
Yeah, he came in. I think that, yeah, I guess he still could do that. All right, white flag in the air. One more time around for Nick Robinson to clinch not just stage 2, but he's clinched stage 1 too. So boy, he's taken a lot of points away from the points drivers tonight.
Yes, he has. Most laps led, both
Golly.
stage wins.
Yeah, unbelievable.
All right, that time by Robinson ran a 1 minute 20.2. Cottle ran a 1 minute 21.6. So Robinson's still over a second faster than these guys right now. He's just not using up his tires.
Brady Moats is there. He wants that second place. I don't think he's got enough tires to get by Cottle right now.
And Conover made a mistake, I believe, Rudy, and Jones has gotten by him.
Yep. So Jones
Yeah,
into 4.
Jones caught him in 11, and Conover was not able to keep him back there. In fact, Conover's really slow around the track right now.
Here comes Nick Robinson to take
green and white checker.
Well, that should be it right there. Yep, there it is. So he wins stage 2. Very nice, man. He just cleaned up on points tonight. Golly.
He has.
Well, we'll get him up here and talk to him real quick. You want to talk to him real quick?
Sure.
There he is.
Nick Robinson, man, cleaning up tonight. Both stage wins. You take the points away from the drivers who are in the point standings, and you've led the most laps. Seems like your race is coming together quite nicely out there.
Yeah, it's real. I mean, it's almost a perfect race. I'm not going to jinx it yet because, you know, John Cottle is fast, man, and I know he can be pretty aggressive. So we'll see where we end up in this, you know, short shoot of a ender in the event.
Yeah, and it'll probably be about 25 to go when we get the green. You seem to be able to manage your tires better than most of the guys out there. What's the key to doing that here at a road course?
Straight off, easy into the throttle. I haven't been 100% throttle in this second stage. I think maybe twice throughout the whole run. And I think that's what's helping me save some tire. I was really expecting Brady to come, you know, out of nowhere, and I think he was for a little while and got caught up in some maybe an incident or something. I'm not really sure. I was watching the relative and seeing that he was coming. I really don't know what happened to John either. He was there up until the 2 laps to go. I don't know if he got overdrove it a little bit or something, but yeah, I mean, those two guys are real fast, and all it takes is one mistake, and then all of a sudden they're past you. And I mean, it's gonna be a tough race at the end.
Well, do you try to focus on your marks and just reach up there and rip that mirror off, or what do you got to do to keep these guys behind you?
That's what I do. I turn off my mirror and turn off my relative and just get to driving. If someone moves me, but you got to focus on these road courses. These trucks are a handful through here, and one big slip up, and it takes about 3 laps to get the tires cool back down to make it run again. So it's all about keeping the tires cool, keeping your head cool, and just making sure you make clean runs through the corners and stuff.
All right, Nick, we'll let you go to make your pit stop, and good luck. Hopefully we're talking to you at the end.
Hopefully so. Thank you.
Yep. All right, well, everybody's trying to get caught up right now. And it does look like Todd Schneider has taken his truck behind the wall as well.
Here they come to pit road.
Yeah, I was a little surprised no one stopped early before pit road closed to take advantage of that.
Right? Yeah, somebody like maybe Brian Jones, you know, that would have been a good one to get a bonus point. Because Josh got a bonus point, that would have canceled it out. All right, 4 tires, full tank of fuel. They'll be able to make it from here on tires and fuel. Now it's just going to be managing them tires. Man, they are off a pit road.
And if you're Brian Jones, you've got to think, okay, just don't overdrive turn 2 on this restart, and you'll be all right.
What you're thinking, like about 20, probably about 26 to go, maybe 27, 26 or 27 to go, I think. Oh, the lights are out. Okay.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Oh,
Not
they
going
just
green.
went off. $28 to go right now. So it's going to be about 26 to go, I think.
Yeah, about
When they get to
26 to
green.
go. They extended the caution to let everybody get caught back up.
Right.
And so, yeah, about 26 to go when we get the green.
Only 2 cautions tonight, folks, and they were both stage cautions. So, and Nick Robinson won both of them.
And we really haven't seen anybody, get into too much trouble. Most everybody, they've had a couple of off-track issues, but for the most part, they've been able to really keep it clean here.
Well, I know the guy I want to talk to. Real quick here, let's talk to Brian Jones. Brian, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Well, we followed you there on that restart on that last stage there. It looks like you tried to power it down a little too early on cold tires, and it cost you dearly. But you came back fantastically. Is that a word?
Yeah, I think
fantastically?
I think so. Yeah, I just tried to make the most of it. I knew I was gonna lose a lot of positions there when I got in the dirt, so I just tried to save my tires and see if I could learn something. I think I learned a little bit about saving the rear tires, but we'll see on this next run here. It's be a long one.
Well, we talked about, and we can talk about it now with you because you can't do it now, but why you didn't stay out there or pit early on that stage right there so you could stay out and lead a lap and get a bonus point. That would have canceled out Josh Conover's bonus point, But hey, it's over now, so we don't have to worry about giving you that inside info.
I'd considered that, but I would have been giving up all the stage points. So, to gain 1 point,
Sure.
I would have lost like 6 stage points. So it wasn't going to work out in the points race.
Yeah, all for 1 point.
Yeah, not worth it.
Yeah, not worth it. Okay, I got you. Okay, but I guess we didn't think about that, did we, Dwayne?
Yeah,
So-
we don't think about the stage points too much.
Yeah. All right. Well, can you get up there? Can you race it up with these guys? Can you, at least maybe get up there with John Cottle and give him heck, can you battle with him?
I think John Cottle kind of messed up his tires in the first stage. That's why I was able to beat him in the first stage. I'm just going to try and see if I can race Brady here and save my tires and see if I got anything from him on the long run.
Well, take it easy here until you get some heat build up in them tires this time, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck, Brian.
Appreciate it.
All right, a quick reset of the field as we get ready to go back racing. Nick Robinson, your race leader. John Cottle second. Brady Motes in third. Brian Jones fourth. Josh Conover in fifth. Chris Hines sixth. Nick Geilis seventh. Jacob Gladulik in eighth. Sam Lerar ninth. James Donahue 10th. And Chris Scala, the last car on the lead lap. He was the wave around in 11th. Timothy Harper is still out there running. He is 2 laps down in 12th. Todd Schneider and Carson Abu have both taken their trucks behind the wall. So they've delayed it one more lap. We will come around here and get the green with 25 to go.
Yep, 25 to go. You were right when you called it the first time.
Yes, sir. And what they're doing is allowing the lucky dog to actually get his pit done, because it just takes so long to get around here as around even under speed while these guys are doing 60 mile an hour. He's in getting his pit service done. I still don't think he's going to be caught up by the time they get back around here.
Maybe not. Yeah, I don't know. Chris Scala, he's coming in. There, okay, he's just now stopping in his pit stall. Wow, yeah, I don't think he's going to make it.
Here.
They may delay it one more lap. I don't know. But we'll see. Oh, here goes.
All right, we are going green this time by.
Green flag.
And
green
Robinson's
flag.
off. And green, he caught him sleeping.
Yes, he did.
And
Cottle
Brady
was
Motes
not-
takes advantage.
Yeah, Cottle wasn't paying attention or something there.
Oh, contact between Nick Geilis and Brian Jones, but they get through it.
Man. Josh Conover actually did clear John Cottle there. Yeah, Cottle was sleeping on that takeoff. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he
Robinson did go a little early
Yeah.
Before the green, and I don't think he was anticipating it. I think he was expecting him to go when the green came out.
Yeah. Yep, I think you're right. Well, Conover's loving that. At least he's got a shot now. You get a little heat build up in them tires, and he may be able to battle it up there with Brady Motes. I think
Yeah,
those
but
two
one thing-
are our teammates.
Yeah, one thing Conover's got to do, something he didn't do in the last session, he's got to save his tires. This is the
Uh-oh.
longest run.
What
We
did
got
they
the
come-
leaders coming in.
Oh, what's that all about?
I don't know. They don't have black flags.
They both come in too, Nick and Brady.
I stand corrected. They are pass-through penalties, Rudy. They changed lanes. Admin saying they changed lanes before the start-finish line.
Oh, you kidding me? Oh man, I don't know how you do that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not an admin.
Right.
I don't know how you see that.
So Nick Robinson, Brady Moats penalized. They're now 9th and 10th on the field and way behind as now Conover assumes the lead with John Cottle
Yes, sir.
right on his tail and Brian Jones in tow.
Yeah, Jones is probably pretty happy. That put him up one more notch. And maybe he might be thinking, well, maybe I still have a shot to lead a lap. Dang, that's horrible news.
I went back and looked at the replay, Rudy. They did indeed. They did change lanes before the start-finish line. They went to the outside lane to set them up, to set themselves up for turn 1. So yes, that they did indeed change lanes.
Oh man, what a bummer. That's a bummer.
Yeah.
Well, now the question is, because we know Cottle's been super fast. Is Josh going to try to save his tires this time? Because he really burned them up early last time. Gosh, I don't think he went about 10 laps and he had them burn up, and those guys were passing him. And look at this, Cottle's right on his tail now.
Yeah, and remember, Brian Jones is another long-run driver here.
Yeah.
If he can hang with them and let these guys burn up their stuff, which looks like he's doing, he could be able to pass them here in the late stages.
Yes, sir. We could have a surprise winner there. Well, let's go back here. Nick Robinson now in 9th. Man, oh man, that's going to be so tough to make up. But he did come out of here with 2 stage wins, most laps led, so he cleaned up on bonus points here tonight, but he's not running for bonus points. Chris Height's off the track. He gets it going.
Sir. He spun out in the middle of the S's, had to wait for traffic to go by, and gets going again.
Local cautions only. So, I think they would probably, admins would probably throw a caution if there was 3 or 4 of them wound up in it together, but when it's just
right,
one car
if there was a
track,
huge wreck, yeah, they would definitely throw the caution. But
yep.
With just one guy going around out of harm's way, no reason to throw the caution.
Well, I hope Josh learned on that last run there how to save his tires, and he can make a difference this time. I hope.
And Nick Robinson wasting no time. He's already back up to 8th and closing in on Gladulic for 7th. So he's got a long way to go, though, to get back up to the front. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get there.
Yeah, I don't know, because we're coming to 20 to go here in another lap. So
yeah.
This is a good battle here between Conover and Cottle right now. This is great. It kind of reminds me of Cottle and Nick Robinson.
Yep.
We know Cottle's good. Okay, he's good. Although he has, first stage there, he did burn up his tires. But second stage, I think he learned a little bit. And he stayed right there. So maybe he's going to have something here for Conover as they get closer to the end or something here. But look at that, man, right on his bumper.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm seeing a pass there in the near future. Cottle's good at that, driving it in deep stuff and going into the corners. You might see it in turn 11 on this lap. I don't know.
Might. If he can stay that close to his bumper, he might just throw it in there. We'll see.
Yep.
Here they come. Down through the fastest part of the track.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he kind of loses it. He loses it right there. I don't know why, but Conover seems to be a lot faster than Cottle right down through them S's.
And here he goes, diving it in there.
Yep.
He's there. Oh,
Man.
contact.
Wow. Ever so slight, but there was contact. And Cottle back to the lead. Well, Nick Robinson did get around Jacob Gladulic, so he is back up to 6th place now. He's got 11.3 seconds to get back to the front. I don't know if that's going to be possible here with 20 to go. Brady Moats, he's coming up on Gladuluk next.
If he can keep the pace he's at, Rudy, he's gaining a second a lap on the leaders right now. John Cottle that time by ran a 1:19.8. Robinson ran a 1:18.9. So if he can keep up that pace, he just might be able to catch them. 19 laps to go. If he's gaining a lap, a second a lap on these guys, he should be good.
Well, one of the things that I've noticed about a lot of the leagues that, you know, that you and I do, they each have their own rules and stuff like that. And some of them, you know, to some drivers might seem like they're a little, you know, wonky or a little far-fetched or something, but they do it for a reason. And, you know, that rule right there is done for a reason. And that's probably to make sure that they don't wad them up going into turn one, you know, I mean.
That is correct. Yep.
Yeah.
So, and, you know, it is a rule. And, you know, had Cottle not been asleep at the wheel, he wouldn't have been able to change lanes because they would have been side by side. It's just, you, in a road course especially, you get yourself into a rhythm, you know where your marks are. And that was just Robinson and Moats trying to get back into their rhythm, set themselves up for turn one. Wasn't even thinking about the start-finish line, really. They were just like, okay, we're clear. Let's go out and try to lay down a lap now. So it happens.
Yep.
Oh, Cottle gets way out of shape, and Conover is going to take advantage as he goes to the inside. Makes more contact.
Man, these guys are beating the heck out of each other out here, Dwayne.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Nick Robinson needs to get caught up to these two.
Yes, and Brian Jones to get caught up to Josh Conover too.
Yes.
Yeah, he says, man, you guys keep messing around like that, and I'll be right on top of you guys. First race you've watched in 2 years, really? Holy smoke, Scott.
Well, welcome back.
Yeah.
You picked a good one to come back to see.
Yep, Nick's back to fifth. He is 10 seconds behind the leader, so yeah, he is gaining. He's gaining really big time here. Well, he's got about 4.5 seconds to catch up to Nick Giles, and that would be for fourth.
And meanwhile, while Cottle and Conover are battling as hard as they can, Brian Jones, slow and steady, creeping into the picture.
Yes, he is.
Right now, they're coming back on to Chris Scala here, who really was never able to get caught up after making his pit stop after being the lucky dog. And we'll see how hard he runs the leaders. Oh, he hits the curb and jumps out of shape, so they'll get by him. And he kind of holds up Conover there for a second.
Yeah, a little bit. Got to be careful that holding up the leaders. Chris knows that probably better than anybody out there, you know. I don't think he really held him up. He just couldn't really get out of the way right there.
Right. He gets out of the way there, and
yeah, man.
Jones gets by him.
Oh, Brian, he's licking his chops right now, isn't he?
Yeah.
He would think about if he could take this win away from them guys tonight. Oh my gosh, that would tighten the points up really big time between him and Josh Conover. But right now, he's got no bonus points.
With as aggressive as Cottle and Conover have been, he's got a good shot at coming out of here.
Yep.
With the win.
I shouldn't say he didn't get any bonus points because he did get some points for, you know, the stages. Yeah, how they rank down through there from 1st to 10th. So he did get some stage points in both stages, actually.
Yep.
So see, now Josh has kind of backed off a little bit, and Cottle is pulling away. He's got a second lead.
Meanwhile, Nick Robinson has gotten around Sam Lear. He's up to 5th, He's 9 seconds behind the lead and closing.
And he is really knocking on the door of Nick Gillis right now. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Gillis wide on the corner, a little loose. He does that again, and Nick Robinson's got that position.
Oh, Nick gives him a little bump, gets him out of shape, and he's going to go.
Yep.
He's good for turn 1, but it's going to be reversed for turn 2.
Oh, my gosh. I can't believe
Oh, they touch.
Contact.
And Robinson goes around.
Oh, no. Oh, he didn't need that. It looks like they just touched tires there or something.
Yeah, touched tires, and he slid, but he didn't lose any positions, but he lost a lot of time to the leaders.
Yep. Yes, he did. Yeah, he lost everything he gained. Golly, man. That's how it is, though. It happens in a split second.
Yep.
Otto with a 1.2 second lead now over Josh Conover. I'm going to take 15 to go here this time by for John Cottle. And even though Nick Robinson led the most laps tonight and sewed up both stages, he's still going to be in 5th. He may be able to close that gap back up on Nick Gillis again, and they could try it again, but I'll bet you'll try it in a different spot next time.
Probably.
Well, Cottles seems to be on rails right now. As long as he doesn't burn up his tires and Conover can get to him.
Right now he doesn't have any pressure, so he can now focus on his marks.
Right.
And just try to keep it going here.
That's 1.4 seconds. Well, 1.3, I guess. 1.3 seconds, 1.4 behind Cottle right now. And 14 to go. I'll tell you, it's been a long race for these gentlemen. And man, I'm telling you, they're going to be exhausted when they get out of them cars, Dwayne.
Yes, they are.
Oh my gosh, I'm telling you. Long
They're not
race.
already.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, they've been in them for over an hour and a half right now, about an hour and 40 minutes. So, and we still have 14 to go. That's another 30 minutes.
Yes, sir.
So, easily 2 hours and 10 minutes in the car. That's a long time to be in a race car.
Put it to you this way, Rudy. There's 12 turns to this track. 75 laps. That's 900 turns these guys are going to take by the time this is over.
That's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, I didn't realize this race was that long, 75 laps. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's actually just about the right size, right length for a good race at this track.
Yeah, especially with it split up into the 2 stages there. That's really helped keep the field together.
Otto, boy, man.
He is still putting it out there.
Yeah, and I think Josh he did back off there shortly, but then he kind of reeled him back in. So I don't know, maybe he's trying to figure out where he needs to save and maybe where he's faster than Cottle right now. I'd like to know, you know, at a point like this, I'd like to know what a driver's thinking. You know, what's going through his head right now? What's he got to do? You know,
if you're John Cottle, you're thinking, I just got to hit my marks. Try not to look in the rear view. Just hit your marks, let it go, get through these next 12 laps here, and just do what you got to do. If you're Josh Conover, he's thinking, I've got 12 laps to try to catch him. I've got to hit my marks, but at the same time, you know, he's got to find the spot, you know, try to size him up, figure out where he's weakest, where he can gain the most ground, and try to get him there.
Yep.
And the most important thing these drivers have got to do is not abuse the truck or overdrive it, or, you know, make those tires unhappy, because that's going to be the end of the race for you if you do.
Brian Jones has lost some ground to those two up front, but still hanging on to third spot. It would still be a great points race for Brian, though. I mean, to finish in third. But that will put Josh actually extending that lead by a little bit. Last week, he gained 8 points on him. I think it was 8 or 9. Can't remember. 8 or 9 points on him. But this week here, he might lose a couple.
Yeah, now Nick Robinson has rebounded up to fourth, but he's still 15 seconds back from the lead there. So
yeah,
he is all but out of it at this point.
Yeah, all he can hope for right now is something happens up in the front there, and John Cottle and Josh Conover maybe get together, or, you know, I don't know. That probably about the only thing he could actually really hope for right now. And the way these guys are racing, I don't see that happening. But, you know, as we get down closer to the end here, we're going to find out between John and Josh, which one abused their tires more.
Right.
I think that's what it's going to come down to.
I think you're right. Hey.
See, now Nick is about 7.5 seconds behind Brian Jones. I'm sure Brian's watching his relative, but he's probably thinking, you know, I just don't really see Nick being able to close that gap up in 11. Well, it's possible, though, I guess. The way Nick's been running. Well, folks, if you're just joining us, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate it very much. You can check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxspeedTV.com and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxspeedTV.
10 more laps to go.
Yes, sir. Cottle. Wow, he's going to get out of here with a lot of laps led tonight, but it won't be the most.
Nope.
Let's see, he'll have 28, and Nick's got 37.
Yeah, he's led exactly half of the race.
Dang, I'm telling you. Isn't that something?
Yep.
And then a penalty puts him back there for changing lanes on that restart. Oh, my gosh. Him and Brady Moats. Where's Brady at? Brady's back in 6th. And look who he's closing up on. He's closing up on Nick Gillis. Oh, my. There's a good race going on right there between them two.
Yes, sir.
And nothing against Nick, but I'd have to put my money on Brady on that battle, because Brady is so fast. He has been super fast tonight.
Yes, he has. And, you know, it's unfortunate that, you know, a penalty like that puts you behind, but they do have the rules for a reason. And, you know, if anybody else had done it, they would have gotten the exact same penalty. So, just it's a mental mistake that that could have happened to anybody, and they just happened to be on the receiving end this time.
Well, Cottle is putting some distance on Conover right now. He's got a 2-second lead. Coming to 8 to go.
I think Conover has used up his tires trying to stay with Cottle, and Cottle can just run his race. He doesn't have to really hang it out there as much as he was earlier. So I think he's been able to save his tires and keep it fast, keep a steady pace. He's been running about the 20.2 second bracket for the last several laps now. So I think he's found a rhythm, and he should be all set here as the laps wind down. It's pretty much his race to lose at this point. Oh, Nick Gillis goes around.
Uh-oh. That let Brady Moats get by. Oh,
Coming
man.
through the S's, Rudy, he just hit that curb a little too hard, got the truck upset, and she spun on him, but he gets it back going.
Yeah, Nick's going, yes. Top 5 for me.
Right.
Or Brady, I meant. Sorry. Brady's going, yes. Nick's going, dang it. Caught that curb. They sneak up on you. They do.
They certainly do.
Yeah, you're just
And
driving along
sometimes
and
you
all of a
want to
sudden...
use them to help you turn, but
Right.
he hit it with he hit it so hard his two right side tires came off the ground. So when it came back down, it was not stable.
Yep. Yeah, you don't want to hit it that hard.
And look at this. Nick Robinson closing in on Brian Jones. He's only a couple of seconds behind him now.
Oh, yeah. And we didn't think that was going to happen, remember? Just a few laps ago. Didn't think that was going to happen. .4 seconds up to Brian.
Yeah, James Donahue now goes a lap down. So leave 9 trucks on the lead lap.
Yeah, Brian's got to be watching the relative going, man, here comes that Nick Robinson up again. Nick definitely was the fastest guy out there tonight. There ain't no getting around him and Cottle. And I'm gonna put Josh Conover in that too, because Josh was fast. He just didn't last long, you know. He 10 laps and he'd burn up his tires. Where these other guys, they just keep going. They're fast and they keep going fast, you know. And
yeah, and it's really a shame for Nick Robinson to have gotten caught up with Gillis there like they did, because he is still coming, Rudy. He is the fastest truck out there right now.
Yeah.
Still almost a second over Cottle and Conover, but he's just running out of time.
Yep. Running out of lap. He definitely has found something out there that nobody else has found.
Yes, sir. 6 laps to go.
Conover now 3 seconds back. And Nick Robinson is closing again. He's up to 3.3 seconds behind Brian Jones. And eventually, you know, his tires have got to equalize here, and they've got to, you know, he's got to start getting to the point where, as much as he's been pushing it to catch up with these guys, he's got to been like abusing his tires a little.
Yeah, and one thing I'm seeing out of John Cottle right now, Rudy, he's backed it down. He is not slinging it out there as hard as he was earlier in the race. So he's just out there hitting his marks, not pushing it too hard, just making the time that he needs to be able to stay ahead of Conover. So right now, he is definitely in the catbird seat. 5 laps to go.
Yeah, that's all he needs to do, is just stay ahead of Josh Conover right now. All he needs. He doesn't need to go out there and pull away by 5, 6, 8 seconds. He just needs to just stay ahead of him. Stay away from him, though. Stay,
You're right.
he's 3 seconds ahead of him. Just stay there. I gotta say, man, Josh Conover has ran one heck of a race here tonight. No getting around that. All these guys have. They have ran their tails off tonight.
Yeah, we haven't seen anybody get penalized for too many incidents, which is always a good thing here at a road course. Very impressive for all of these guys.
Yeah. Yeah. And we've only lost 2 drivers tonight, Todd Snyder and Carson Abu.
Yeah, still 12 trucks out there.
Yeah.
Well, we've got plenty of time, Rudy. You want to go through the field?
I can do that. All right, let's see. John Cottle started in second. He's led 23 laps now. Got the lead by right around 3.1 seconds over Josh Conover. Josh got up there and led 8 laps. He started 5th tonight and running in second right now. Brian Jones started 4th. Wants to get up there and lead a lap so bad to cancel out that 1 lap lead of Josh Conover. But it's out of his reach right now. He's 6.8 seconds behind Josh, but he is running in 3rd. He's got a mirror full of Nick Robinson, the guy that's won both stages tonight and the most laps led, and he has come from the back of the field after a penalty on that restart. So, man, changing lanes, can't do that. So they had to do a stop-and-go penalty, him and Brady Moat. Brady, another one. He's back here. He has not led a lap yet tonight, but started 3rd. Paid that penalty with Nick Robinson. And, it's like monkey see, monkey do, Dwayne?
Right.
So, and Nick did it, so did Brady, but they both paid the price for that one. And he's running in 5th. Nick Geilis started 6th, running in 6th. Sam Lear started 7th, running in 7th. Jacob Gladulake started 9th, running in 8th. Chris Height started 8th, running in 9th. James Donahue started 14th, running in 10th. Chris Scala struggling here, second one a lap down, excuse me. John Donahue's the first one a lap down. But Chris actually started on pit road. He did not make the start of the race. So Timothy Harper started 10th, running in 12th. Todd Snyder out of the race. He is in 13th, and Carson Abu 14th. 3 to go, Dwayne.
Yes, sir. And cloud cover has covered the first half of this track.
Boy.
And that's going to give these guys a lot more grip out there as it cools down.
Conover still 3 seconds back. Look at the rubber they have laid down on that track. Do you see that? Wow. They have put some serious rubber down on them corners, I'm telling you. Isn't that amazing how real this can be, to where it's actually, you can see the rubber on the track from the tires rubbing it? That's pretty amazing. Graphics are pretty cool.
That was an update they did a couple of years ago, and they've been slowly building on it. Looks really good. Makes it look more realistic.
Yeah, you bet. Well, Brian Jones, again, like I said, has got a mirror full of Nick Robinson, and I think Nick's probably going to get him. I mean, I don't know. I don't know that for a fact. I'm not a fortune teller, or I can't see in the future or anything. But I think it may happen here, Dwayne. I don't know.
It's going to happen right now.
Yeah, right there it is. Nick Robinson getting by him. And poor Brian Jones didn't even fight him. Brian said, man, you're faster than me. Go for it.
Yeah, all of this happening 12 seconds behind the lead. Sam Lear in big trouble off the track. He's trying to get it going. We'll see if he can.
Wow.
Oh, he came down, got real loose through the S's, and slid it head first into that concrete barrier there.
Man.
He does get it going, but man, tons of damage to that Skull truck.
Well, we're going to be getting the white flag this time by for John Cottle. He's not going to lead the most laps tonight, but he may win the race here if he can just get around one more time without any major problems. Josh Conover still 2.9 seconds back, and Nick Robinson now in third as he cleared Brian Jones. What a comeback for Nick Robinson.
Yeah,
man, to
Nick
make it on the
needed
podium.
about 10 more laps to get back to the lead, but here it is, white flag in the air. 12 more turns for John Cottle.
Yeah, and I don't even know if Nick could have done it because, you know, he had that big mistake there which cost him. Remember, he slipped up a little bit, so it cost him some time. Yeah. But I think if he wouldn't have done that, maybe he would have been there. But
Yeah,
because he did that, he did not. Yeah, he didn't. Okay. So
yeah, because he's already cut the interval down to 8
Right.
seconds, Rudy, and he was just 11 seconds 3 turns ago.
Yeah.
So he is definitely would have gotten these guys for sure.
Yep, definitely. He's got it going on. Well, I'll tell you what, great race by him. He just got to learn to pay attention to those rules. They are there for a reason.
Well, coming down through the S's for the last time, John Cottle with a 3-second lead over Josh Conover. Just got to hit his marks. Don't overdrive turn 10, which is really easy to do. If he doesn't, he's going to bring it down here. The hairpin turn 11 for the final time tonight. And coming off of turn 12, John Cottle will get the checkered flag at Sonoma.
Awesome job, man. What a race for John Cottle to win. I think, you know, we're going to talk to him here in a minute, and I think we're going to find out. He knew tonight was going to be his night. I don't know how, you know, beating Nick Robinson like he did, you know, it would have been interesting to see how them two would have fought it out. But, yeah. All right, we'll get these guys up here just a minute, so hang on. My button's stuck. There we go. Okay, I don't know what happened there. That was freaking out on me. Well, John Cottle winning tonight here. Well, John, I'll tell you what. I'll bet you if they would ask you at the halfway mark if you had thought you was going to win tonight, you'd have probably said, well, I'm not really sure because there's been so many other fast guys. Josh Conover, Nick Robinson, Brian Jones, Brady Moats. Guys were all fast out there tonight. But you got by all that, and you bring home the victory. How sweet is this tonight?
Oh, this feels amazing, dude. I can't believe it. We finally won a race.
Well, you just melt them tires right off that puppy. I'm telling you. You deserve it, John. You drove your hind end off tonight. I'm going to say it, man. That was great.
That was awesome. Everybody was fast. It feels good to win a race where everybody's fast.
Yeah, I know it. I know it. Well, I'll tell you. Well, what could you have done different? I mean, you actually, when you got the lead there, you pulled away from Josh quite a bit. But what could you have done different there when you and Nick were battling so hard at the beginning of the race?
I really, in honesty, I should have backed off of Nick at the beginning of the race, and it took me burning off my tires to figure, oh, well, you know what? We're just going to run 20s. That's all we're going to run. We're going to run 20 lap after lap after lap after lap, and that's what I did, and it worked.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's what we were wondering because, you know, the way you guys were racing like that, and it seemed like Nick was kind of like, I don't know, it was like he was calm, cool, and collective, and you were out there just racing the dickens out of your truck and burning them tires up, and he wasn't.
Yeah, I definitely burned up my stuff on that first run, and then
Yeah.
after that, you notice on that last run I was on his back bumper. The next run I was on
Yep.
his back bumper, and near
Yeah.
the end of that, I kind of backed off because I was like, it's not worth wrecking our stuff right now to try and beat him.
Right.
I was going to race him to the end, and then whatever happened on that restart, they had to go to pit road, and I saw Josh, and I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to stay calm, do something different than I usually do, not
Yep.
overdrive the truck, and just. And when I saw him start to slide, I was like, all right, now we're going.
Yep.
And it was good night, Arlene, from that point.
Yeah. Well, man, great race out there tonight, John. Man, congratulations on your win. Who you got to thank for this win before you go celebrate? And I'm sure you're going to go celebrate it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. I got to thank Nick Gallus for giving me a ride in his truck every week. He gets me my ride in the Xfinity Series too. And I got to thank for Josh for putting on an amazing league. It feels awesome to win a NORA race, man. Thank you for putting this league on.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll catch you next week then. Good luck next week, and congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
All right, Dwayne, you got second?
Yes, sir. Josh Conover, man, second on the board, but a great points night for you. You finish a couple of positions ahead of the other guys you're chasing. Talk about your racing out there a little bit.
I was trying to survive. The second stage had I guess we'll just call it a personal matter, kind of pop up, and couldn't drive how I wanted to, and fell back, and then was just kind of playing catch up from there. So I mean, I guess second, can't complain, but yeah.
Yeah, now you did get out there and lead a few laps, so there's a few bonus points there for you. And then the all important stage points, you did collect some of those. So you guys are going to be heading off in a couple of weeks here. How does that help you coming down to the wire here as we get ready for the postseason?
I mean, it definitely helps. Just kind of, I mean, I guess it's part of the race, and I'm just tired of getting driven like the league owner, and that I can't do anything back to these guys. I mean, Kyle had the race won, and I just don't understand the move that was made to get the lead. I mean, it's not just him; it's basically every week. Myself and even Nick, for that matter, get driven like we're just not even there, and get drove through and doored and this and that. So, I mean, congrats to Cottle. I knew it was coming. He's been quick every week, but like I said, I just don't understand the thought process of dive bombing with 10 or 15, however many were to go, 15, whatever it was, 20, when there's just no need for it. He was way faster than me all night, and that's how he wanted to get the lead. But I just had to remind myself, big picture, and I'm racing the 45, not the 24. So it is what it is, I guess, and we'll see what happens. I'm sure Knoxville next week's going to be like Bristol Dirt. We're going to have some hurt feelings and whatever else, and Nick and I have already said we're kind of not putting up with getting treated like we're not even on the track. So heck of a time for to lose you guys, because I'm sure we're going to have some rivalries heating up here in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, and I hate to see it as well, but you guys do a great job. You put on a great show. The field did a great job. I don't think anybody out here got a single penalty for too many incidents or off track issues. So for 75 laps around this place, that's a very good race for you guys.
Yeah, a little bit lower of a car count, but I know a lot of guys don't particularly care for road racing, and it just isn't their thing. The guys that did show up, a couple guys were running for points, just kind of wanted to log laps and get points on the board to help out. Like you had just mentioned, the run down to the chase and stuff. So to help their chase hopes, and maybe some guys like Brady, ran really well tonight. Help solidify him. I know he's missing Knoxville next week, but a couple of the playoff guys, didn't show up tonight. So where he'll gain basically a race of points on them, they might be able to catch up at Knoxville, and yeah, we'll see. I know, like I said, there's a couple guys that are going to turn up the intensity and kind of race how we're getting raced. So it'll be interesting for sure. Especially, like I said, Nick's kind of over it too, and he's on the outside looking in. So like I said, it's a shame we're losing you guys because there could be some fireworks coming up these next couple races.
Sir, well, we will let you get out of here. But before we do, who do you got to thank for second place tonight?
Well, you guys for doing all that you've done for us. I always enjoy going back and watching, and this one I'm sure will be no different, even though I'm sure there's little boring spots, cautions, and once we got spread out. But always enjoy going back and watching. Like I said, the guys that showed up, I know Sonoma especially isn't really everybody's favorite road course. I know some guys prefer the Glen and stuff like that, but all in all, I think it was a good race. Some battles. Nick after his lane change violation coming back through the field to get third, and hats off to him. And like I said, Brady had a good run. Nick had a good run. Just all in all, solid night, I guess.
All right, Josh. Well, again, congratulations on second place. Good luck next week in Knoxville.
Appreciate it.
Rudy, you got third.
Yeah, Nick Robinson. Wow, man, lead the most laps, clean up the points, taking the points away from the other guys that that are battling for points. But my most important question I got to ask you, Nick, is what did you learn about that rule on that restart?
Don't change lanes.
There you go.
Yeah. I gotta thank Josh for putting me in this truck. When we first came up about me running the 3 truck, it was more about me logging laps, learning the series, learning the rules. So I mean,
right.
I figure stuff like that's gonna happen. This go around, and next season I'll ramp up for a full-time run. So, like I said, I gotta thank him for putting me in here to make those mistakes. So next year when I'm going for a run, I won't be making those mistakes.
Right. Well, we talked about, the rules are there for a reason, and I mean, we hated it to see you and Brady both have to come to pit road, but the rules are there for a reason because they don't want you guys to go into turn 1 and all wad up. I mean, I get that. I totally get that. I mean, so, but if you learned your lesson on that, like you said, maybe you can take that into next year and capitalize with that. But great run tonight, Nick, man, cleaning up both stages, getting the bonus points for the most laps led tonight, man, you just cleaned up. But the sad part of it was, like I said, you took those points away from Josh, away from Brian Jones, Terrell Baker, these guys that are battling for the points. But that's the way it is, right? You had a fast truck all night, man. Great job.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, truck's quick. I figured out how to keep the grip in the rear tires for most of the runs.
Right.
Obviously the first run there was a little bit of over aggression there, but I mean, I know that's part of it. I know that people are just going for wins and stuff. They're not, but I don't know. I guess 10 laps in, you don't need to be dive bombing and stuff. But I mean, it's something you gotta deal with. I take it with a grain of salt because, like I said, this is just the season of learning per se. I can
Yep.
figure out how to race certain people and run other people and go from there basically.
Well, the comeback you made there, after serving that penalty, you come back with, man, great, and come all the way back up to finish third. So you definitely were you were the fastest guy out there on the track for the longest time.
Yeah, it's that type of thing where up front you can really manage your stuff, manage your tires, manage your driving styles, and out back, man, it's different in some of those guys. I mean, you come up on them 2 seconds back, and they race you. I mean, I know it's for position. I understand that. It's just, I guess racer etiquette. You would think race your own race and let them by. But I mean, it is what it is. They're going for points. Yeah, I know coming from the back, I wasn't able to save up my stuff as much as possible, and I got into it with Guylis or Nick Guylis, that one time going into 2. It's part of it,
Yeah. I know. I know that, the guys are kind of like on edge because they're, you're turning right, you're turning left. It's a long race. You're tired. You're trying to worry about your own line, and then you got a guy trying to pass you. I get that, But okay, you guys go to Knoxville next week. How you feel about going to dirt?
I'm excited. My luck with dirt is good. The first race I ran with Josh and this team was a win at Bristol Dirt, so hoping maybe I can sweep the dirts up this year. I've never ran Knoxville, but we'll see.
I guess it's in 2 weeks. I think you guys are off next week.
I think that's correct.
Yeah. But anyhow, so all right. Well, who you got to thank for your third place then tonight, Nick?
Well, I gotta thank y'all for streaming. Like Josh said, I really enjoy going back and watching the streams. Y'all do an awesome job with that. And I gotta thank Josh for, like I said, allowing me to run this truck basically full time. Just not for points. So I gotta thank him for letting me run this truck.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck next week at in 2 weeks at Knoxville, and congrats again on third tonight.
Thanks.
All right, Dwayne, let's run down through the final results here. If I can get to them. Yeah. What the heck did that happen? Oh, I know why. Okay, never mind. I was looking for the wrong one. All right. All right, so John Cottle coming home with the win here tonight. Josh Conover finishing second. Nick Robinson third. Brian Jones fourth. Brady Moats finishing fifth. Nick Geilis sixth. Jacob Gladulik seventh. Chris Heights eighth. James Donahue ninth. And I think, is that Chris Scala finished 10th, I guess.
Sam Lerar.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's got it messed up here, but go ahead.
All right. Yeah, Sam Lerar brings it home 10th. Chris Scala in the 11th position. Timothy Harper 12th. Todd Schneider in 13th. And Carson Abu out early rounds out the field in 14th position.
All right, very good. Yeah, the overlays are sticking a little bit here because it's at the end of the night. But anyhow, congratulations to our winner here tonight, John Cottle, for NORA Racing League and MaxspeedTV. Thanks for watching tonight, folks. And Dwayne, thank you for helping. But folks, until next time, stay safe and have a good night.
Good night, everybody.